if Nicki did the same thing, like, because that's my thing. It's like y'all be making so many excuses for Nicki, and now you gonna start seeing artists do the same exact thing. So I wonder how annoying it's gonna be now. So now SZA gotta wait. No more explanation slash updates, no back and forth. All further questions hit punch. And so SZA is understanding that when you give your fans like too many updates and too much conversation about what it is that you're doing and what it is that they may expect from you, she realized that that can also come back and bite her in the butt. Now, there is a conversation to be had about that, honestly, because the thing about artists, and Nicki Minaj included, is that like, oh, like fans have so much expectations for their artists and stuff like that, and blah 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 blah. When it's like y'all are the ones who told us what y'all working on. So now when we ask for an update on it, we're entitled. No, you should have just kept it to yourself until you was ready. Scratch that.
See, but what you keep forgetting is that no matter what's going on, no matter what they did, no matter what he did or what she did, I love you, me.
Damn.
On Christmas, it was speculated that SZA had unfollowed Punch, which is, one of the executives at TDE, the label where she signed. And so they confirmed that like they're no longer working together in terms of management. Okay. And so this is important because it's important to distinguish, because a label like TDE, I think, functions very interestingly, where they manage the artists that are also on their roster. And kind of the same with no, actually, it's not the same with Roc Nation. Roc Nation has a management arm, a label arm, and a publishing arm. But just because you're signed to one doesn't mean you're signed to the other. So, but I think that both Quality Control have this structure as well, where if you're signed to the label, you're also managed by the label. Quality Control does it as well as TDE does it. And that is not a good thing to do. You should not be managed by the people that are on your label, because label and management have different interests in terms of percentages and in terms of what they're doing for you and what they expect from you and what they can negotiate on your behalf. If a manager is supposed to get 10 or 15% and he also functioning as your label, bitch, that nigga almost getting about 40-50% because you getting money from my management stuff and my label shit and probably my publishing shit. So no artist should be in any type of deal like that. But it's probably the case at TDE that they do that. And I also think that they do that for acts like the City Girls, JT, stuff like that. But that's not really a good setup to be in, okay? Anyways, real interesting how SZA has split from her management. And I think that it was an abrupt decision. This is a Drake account, so it says TDE spiraling on Christmas. Damn. So it's like, man, damn, we gotta call it, because we call the cracks in Young Money, so we call in the cracks in TDE. It's something going on. It's always been something going on though at TDE, right? Like nobody's perfect, but it's like, SZA always claiming her music be getting pushed back. They be saying she a liar, bitch. I don't know what to believe when it comes to them, but obviously like it ain't all that great, right? And it's always been spoken about how like her and Punch have disagreements. I don't know if it's all disagreements or if it's just, I mean, it has to be disagreements to a certain extent. But yeah, like there are definitely cracks in TDE, and I just really wonder what is the dynamic between them, SZA and Punch, especially TDE on the label, because you're not managing like this aspect of my career, but you're still kind of involved in a lot of the shit, so it's just like, it's very interesting. I'm pretty sure what's her name, SZA, want to be off of TDE, and I'm pretty sure that she'll get her wish, soon, maybe with the next album. And I wonder if like that has anything to do with why SZA released Lana is a separate, or not a separate project from SOS, because it's like we said, it was teased as a deluxe, and then it's not a deluxe, and now it's definitely not a deluxe. So why though? Y'all took 2 years and it's still a part of the same project. Y'all need to stop doing it. I'm gonna keep saying it until y'all stop doing it. Artists, stop with these deluxes a year after y'all project. We don't care, okay? I don't care who you are. We don't care unless your shit sound amazing. So it says SZA says that updated mixes and new songs will be added to Lana on January 6th. So, SZA drops in the smack dab middle right before Christmas. All of the music industry is shut down. And so she does this thing that's kind of like the same thing that Nicki did last year. You drop a project and then you're like, okay, I'm working on it. I'm updating mixes. I'm going to update it and you guys will hear the difference. And so it's like, that shit is annoying as fuck. Like, it was like cool, it was cute for the one time that Nicki did it or whatever, but it's like, girl, like, why is your music not done? Like, y'all artists is taking 5 years to put out projects, and you telling me that you still working on the shit the night before? Bitch, what the fuck you been doing the past 2 years? The label says SZA gotta wait until January 6th when everybody back in the office, and then they will update her music. But anyway, y'all artists, once again, stop with these deluxes. Stop with updating y'all music, bitch. Don't be fucking making no announcements unless y'all dead ass ready, because y'all be taking 4 or 5 years to work. And the shit is not even really all of that great. Like a lot of people love it, but a lot of people, I've seen also a lot of comments saying like, oh, like, like this deluxe really wasn't all that, so it's just like, yeah, just take y'all time with y'all music, child. But it's like, on one hand, I was appreciating like, oh, like this is a true artist, like we're seeing a true artist work in real time. But honestly, like the average ear is not trained to understand the differences in mixes that you guys are even talking about. I can't really tell the difference like from a mix. I don't know what I'm listening to, what my ear should be looking for, honestly. So yeah, I can hear if your vocals are turned up or whatever, but bitch, I don't know what you fucking talking about. So we don't care. Once again, get the shit done and make sure that it's right before you put it out. It's simple. Our job is to listen to the shit as fans, and your job is to make sure that it sounds correct. And we have as fans, like, once again, the average ear cannot tell like how these drums sound, or how that needs to be turned up, or turn that down, or take that out, or whatever. But it's like, that's your specificities, right? Like, because we always hear like Nicki saying like, oh, I listened back to that song and there's so many mistakes in that song and so many things I would have done differently. Great, we know that. That's great. That's amazing. That's called growth right there. But yeah, just make sure y'all have y'all music. Like, I just feel like music is so messy these days, and I'm not talking about drama. I'm just talking about bitches be all over the place. Like, girl, our job is to fucking stream and buy. Please stop telling me all of this extra information. Thank you. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Should artists be more prepared before they release projects? Yes or no? Shout out to all of y'all for coming through. I can't wait to turn up more in 2025. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and I want to be more unapologetic and stuff like that. I want to like focus less on like dumb negative comments and stuff like that. Focus more on the people who really fuck with me, even though I feel like I do that a lot. But it's always great to focus on you guys more, because I so appreciate the time that you give to me. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for popping in today. Please make sure that you like the video and you're subscribed to the channel. I have so many things to upload, so I'm going to be working on that. So am I done with SZA? Yes, I think I'm done with SZA, bitch. I'm not done with TDE, ho. So Rock Nation, y'all down 1 point. TDE, y'all down 1 point. The last time we was live, we talked about things in state and culture that we're leaving in 2024, and I'm not going to talk about that today, because you're going to see me upload that to the channel within like a week or so, and so we'll talk about that then. But just real quick, like, we turned it up. Like, in 2025, like, we don't care about y'all feelings, like, we don't y'all stands, like, we don't care about y'all feelings. We turning it up. We going advanced. This is advanced barbology, bitch. This is advanced femme rap politics. We talking music business. We're gonna shift our conversation more on the business side of things, and I'll cover like the drama and shit, whatever. But we're learning so much about the business. Like, we're literally seeing SZA tweet in real time about what's happening in the business during the holiday season, and that's the type of conversations I want to have. That's what I want to talk about, talking about shit from a business perspective, and just moving forward. Just know that like everything is my opinion, but you ain't gotta agree. Okay, opinions are not facts. All right, shout out to Couture Bay for that, because it is so true. Opinions are not facts. You ain't gotta like it, but definitely keep it cute and keep it respectful. And so yeah, I'm gonna be less catering to people's feelings. Like, I feel like one of the great things about people who are creators these days about music, like, we have so many fucking arguments about like shit. Y'all be so in y'all feelings when we talk about artists and stuff like that, but it's like, it's so important for people like me to exist, because we're gonna get to a point in society, we're almost there, where it's like nobody really cares about celebrity culture anymore. You're gonna get to a point in your life where it's like, you're gonna look back at this time and be like, bro, why was I so uptight about my favorite artist? Like, what does this fucking matter? Like, like, what does it matter for me being a cupcake, bitch? Like, bitch, let me have my own fucking opinion. Like, if you're one of those type of stands, like, you're gonna look back at this time in your life and be like, bitch, I was so fucking stupid. Like, stop. So like, and take it from somebody who been through that, like, who been through like only positive things about my favorite artist. But like, nah, it's like, if you see a crack, it is what it is. Like, it just is what it is, sis. Like, it's the truest facts, and we only gonna speak on things that happen. All right, not conspiracy theories. All right, but disagree, respectfully. Make me think. Say something like substantial, other than like pay mole or op or something. Like, I really want to have like deeper, higher level conversations. That's what I'm getting at. Y'all tell me, what was y'all opinion on SZA's Deluxe? Did you guys care for it? I also found it so interesting that so many barbs were so like, like, when I SZA asked for this project, like, y'all was on her dick. Like, y'all was on Twitter like, SZA, you need a drop, sounding like Drake, because y'all thirsty as fuck. I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. So yeah, I want to know like how people really feel about that, because then we gonna do a search for SZA and Nicki. Let's look at their names together. And so, SZA been on her shit. She been, like marketing her shit or whatever, talking on Twitter and shit like that, interacting with her fans. See, we're gonna go through some of her tweets. She said, if it wasn't for God's favor over my life this year, boy, my parents are healthy, won 3 Grammys, went #1 again, sang on Sesame Street, shot a movie, shot a Vogue cover, toured the world, got a Songwriters Hall of Fame award, who job bless, no man curse. No man, amen. Okay, it's definitely giving a lot of Nicki Minaj on here. SZA also shared a screenshot on Christmas Eve. It says, SZA remains at #1 on Spotify's global top artist chart for the 3rd consecutive day. And so she goes #1. So she says, the fact that y'all have me at #1 for a 3rd day with no playlisting, no promo, no radio, on a deluxe. This is why I try my best, because y'all always got me no matter what. Thank you. Okay, so she's highlighting the fact that she's #1 for 3 days in a row with no label support. Now, she was getting clocked, okay? She was getting clocked by people because literally, look, this person clocked her right here. It says she is literally the cover of Spotify's R&B playlist. What are you talking about? How are you talking about you have no support when you're on the cover of R&B, one of the biggest R&B playlists on Spotify? So just stop, okay? She said, niggas trying to sabotage not knowing it only motivates me, silly goose. And so this person was like, get out of Nicki's nachos and quickly. Crying. Everybody saying this is a Nicki Minaj ass tweet. Y'all got me weak with the Nicki possessed SZA tweets. This is so Nicki coded. Nicki's influence is insane. OMG, y'all swear Nicki crazy, but the girls be saying the same shit. They just have a therapist. Oh, I'm crying. She went to Nicki Minaj University of Corporate Giants and Machines that went against me. I don't know how to feel about this. How do y'all feel about this? Because I feel annoyed. Why do I feel annoyed? Well, I mean, once again, I'm not someone that really keeps up with SZA, but I know like the general consensus about her, and they be saying like she a liar. And so of the things that I've heard about SZA and her career is like, yes, obviously there's some disagreements in between her and her label. I mean, most artists go through that anyway. But how do you make a claim that somebody is intentionally sabotaging you because you're still one of the best, like highest performing artists in your field in terms of pop and R&B? SZA is really the Nicki Minaj of R&B, because it's like it's deadass only her and Summer Walker that really performs on a high level of consumption, and SZA is higher than Summer Walker because SZA captures that pop audience. Her monthly listeners are at about 80 million on Spotify. Let's do a check real quick. Because SZA, what you mean you getting sabotaged? What you mean you got 81.1 million? Let's look at Summer Walker. Summer Walker, 24.4. Damn, you got like, bitch, that's 4 times bigger than Summer Walker. Let's look at Ari Lennox. Oh my God, 3.1. Bitch, that bitch gone. That bitch flopping. Oh, that's so sad. Like, so you look in terms of SZA, in comparison to her R&B counterparts, she's outperforming them like no other. Like, I don't know what R&B woman has ever seen these kind of numbers. Like, SZA's breaking a lot of records for R&B, if that's what they consider her. I don't know, honestly. SZA makes more money on touring than Nicki Minaj too. SZA is definitely up there. So you're gonna have to really point out something to me that tells me that somebody is sabotaging you. Now, she could definitely be going through some stuff, because just because you got high numbers don't mean that you're not being sabotaged, because once again, her audience is just wide because of how her music sounds, right? She's able to capture different audiences, just like Drake and Nicki Minaj can do so as well. But that doesn't mean that they're not being sabotaged. Okay, so she may have a point. I don't know. Once again, this is all up for debate. But I personally just don't like I felt like the Barbs was way too much on SZA's dick during her first week, during her release week. Because see, my thing is with the Barbs is that y'all gas somebody up, and then the one thing when she start, like talking like Nicki, like, oh, they trying to sabotage me, like what now? Because y'all swear that, like the lightest thing that somebody could say is going against Nicki or trying to be like Nicki or whatever, and you was gassing this girl up just 24 hours ago. Now look, I think the Barb's been quiet about it, because bitch, I ain't seen no, nothing too crazy up in arms or whatever. Now I did see one, Barb that a lot of people, look to his opinion, say like her management has been sabotaging her X, Y, Z or whatever. So it's like, okay, bro, interesting, really, really interesting. But see, that this is the most interesting part about it. The most interesting part about it is that like it's SZA, and here we are in this war against Roc Nation and TDE. So in the Barb's mentality, they'll drag Drake. They hate Drake, even though like if Drake win, we all win, right? If Drake win, Nicki vindicated, we all win. Like Young Money is vindicated. But for some reason, y'all rather hate Drake more and love SZA, who is your actual op. Like that's why I'ma just be how I am and have my own opinion, because y'all just be looking crazy. Y'all dead be looking crazy, and y'all be gassing people up, and dragging people that it's just like, girl, like, like, nobody's saying you can't listen to the girl music, but the way y'all was drooling over her on the timeline was crazy to me. Doing absolutely way too much. So that's my thing on that.